$44.8 billion for spices and mayonnaise. The K-shaped market is officially here. Mega caps are just eating each other.
If regulators let them eat, they're projecting a mid-2027 close. That's 3 years of antitrust agony.
Oh, come on. Nobody cares about a garlic powder monopoly.
I'll take that bet. Meanwhile, Danone is quietly scooping up Huel for $1 billion flat.
Tech bros and French yogurt. Beautiful. So how did this McCormick mega deal actually happen? The rundown. $4.75 billion for server air conditioners Maya. That is the world we live in right now.
Ecolab buying CoolIT Systems is not just air conditioners, Nate. It is advanced liquid cooling for data centers. Read the technical specs.
I do not need to read the specs to know an AI premium when I see one. Ecolab is paying up because every industrial company on Earth wants an AI narrative right now. It is the ultimate picks and shovels play. You do not build the AI, you just keep the chips from melting.
I will concede the AI premium, but the underlying cash flow is actually there. Unlike some of the biotech multiples we are seeing, look at Gilead dropping $2.2 billion for Ouro Medicines.
To beef up their autoimmune pipeline. Makes total sense.
Strategically? Yes. But I dug into Ouro's phase 2 clinical data this morning. It is promising, but $2 billion feels like Gilead is just throwing cash at the wall to block competitors.
I disagree. They are locking down a market. Analysts are calling early 2026 a K-shaped M&A market for a reason. If you have the balance sheet, you are going on a massive shopping spree.
Speaking of shopping sprees, Danone is buying Huel for $1 billion flat.
The official meal replacement of tech bros who forget to chew.
Be nice. But seriously, $1 billion for fancy protein powder and oat paste?
Oh, come on. It is a massive lifestyle brand. Danone wants that millennial optimization money. I practically lived on that stuff during my banking days. It tastes like aggressive beige, but it keeps you typing.
I prefer actual food, and actual deal certainty, which brings me to Churchill Capital Corp 9.
Wait, really? We are doing SPAS gossip? I thought sports circles buzzing over Rip City Rising buying the Blazers was the drama today.
The Blazers deal is clean. Churchill is a mess. They just filed a post-effective amendment and abruptly delayed their shareholder vote on the Plus Automation merger.
The AI autonomous truck deal.
Exactly. You do not delay a vote unless you are frantically dialing investors behind the scenes. The proxy math is clearly failing.
See, that is the bottom leg of the K-shaped market. The complex, highly speculative deals are hitting a brick wall.
While the top leg of the K just keeps climbing.
Which brings us to the $44.8 billion spice rack. Let us talk about McCormick and Unilever. The big one.
I just can't get past the timeline. Mid-2027. You're telling me McCormick and Unilever are going to keep this $44.8 billion marriage intact for 3 years before it actually closes?
3 years is a lifetime in consumer goods. But look at the sheer gravity of this thing. We're talking about the ultimate spice rack taking over the entire pantry. It's a textbook K-shaped market move.
Oh, please don't use the K-shaped buzzword. Every analyst note this morning is screaming K-shaped market like they just discovered the letter.
I'm using it because it fits perfectly. You have these massive, incredibly well-capitalized strategics like McCormick flexing their balance sheets to swallow entire divisions. Meanwhile, the middle market is totally constrained. The big kids are playing Monopoly, and everyone else is just stuck in jail.
I'm not denying the balance sheet flex. I'm looking at the regulatory reality. You combine McCormick's seasoning dominance with Unilever's food portfolio, you're basically cornering the global grocery aisle. The FTC and European regulators are going to have a field day with this. That's exactly why they baked in a 3-year closing window. They know they are going to war.
They can afford the lawyers. And think about the pricing power here. You control the flavor, you control the margins. I guarantee you someone in a London boardroom pitched Old Bay flavored Hellmann's mayonnaise to sell this deal.
That sounds like a culinary war crime.
I would buy it. Come on, you would buy it too?
I would absolutely buy it, but that doesn't justify a $44 billion price tag. Unilever is dumping their slow growth food assets so they can pivot to high margin beauty and wellness. McCormick is basically buying a giant, slow moving cash cow. I really think Unilever is the only clear winner here.
No way. McCormick wins scale. They get global distribution networks that would take decades to build from scratch. You think this is just about ketchup and mustard? It's about supply chain dominance.
Unilever offloads the headache, takes the cash, and runs. Look at the footnotes on McCormick's synergy projections. They're modeling massive efficiency gains in European distribution that assume zero pushback from local labor unions. It's fantasy math,
You always go straight to the European labor footnotes.
because that's where the banker math always falls apart. You guys put these beautiful synergy charts in a pitch deck, and then real life happens.
Hey, I left that life behind for a microphone, but I still say the strategic fit is too good to ignore. Even if they have to divest a few brands to appease the regulators, the core logic holds up.
We'll see if the antitrust lawyers agree by, 2027, assuming the market hasn't totally flipped by then.
Speaking of things flipping suddenly, we need to talk about the panic happening over in SPACs land.
Oh, the Churchill Capital scramble.
Exactly, because filing a post-effective amendment and abruptly delaying a shareholder vote is never a sign of quiet confidence. Voices. Everyone is throwing around this K-shaped market theory today.
I read that note. The premise is that large strategic deals by well-capitalized buyers are thriving, while smaller transactions are dying on the vine.
It sounds like a consultant trying to justify their retainer, but look at the board. You have McCormick swallowing Unilever Foods for $44.8 billion.
Right, and they are not even expecting that to close until mid-2027. You only sign a 3-year timeline if you have the cash to weather the regulatory storm.
But the other half of that analyst note says AI is the massive catalyst driving these mega deals across non-tech sectors.
And that is where they lose me. I completely disagree.
How can you disagree? Look at Ecolab buying CoolIT Systems for $4.75 billion.
Ecolab is a water treatment company, Nate. They clean hotels.
CoolIT does liquid cooling for data centers. It is absolutely an AI infrastructure play. The servers run hot, Maya. They are buying the picks and shovels of the AI boom.
Okay, I will give you the data center angle. Legrand just bought Kedak and TES for the exact same reason. But you cannot tell me Danone buying Huel for $1 billion is an AI play.
Well, tech bros drink it while training neural networks.
That does not make it an AI deal. That makes it Danone overpaying for powdered oats.
Point taken. But the bottom leg of that K-shape is very real. Look at the SPAC drama with Churchill Capital 9.
Oh, the Plus Automation deal.
They abruptly rescheduled their shareholder vote, complete behind-the-scenes scramble.
You do not file a post-effective amendment at the last second unless you are terrified you do not have the proxies.
Exactly, which is why we need to watch that extraordinary general meeting tomorrow. If an AI autonomous truck deal cannot get approved, the SPAC market is genuinely dead.
We also need to see if antitrust regulators start making noise about that massive McCormick and Unilever tie-up. Spill the tea.
I honestly had to check my calendar to make sure it was not 2021. A SPAC struggling to close an AI autonomous truck deal?
Churchill Capital Core 9. Yes, the Roman numeral 9. They quietly filed a post-effective amendment and abruptly rescheduled their shareholder vote for the Plus Automation merger.
A Friday night filing. The universal corporate signal for please do not read this.
Exactly. You do not reschedule a vote unless you are staring down the barrel of massive redemptions. They are definitely scrambling behind the scenes to find the votes.
It is amazing anyone is still trying to push AI hardware through a SPAC. The market is completely K-shaped right now. These smaller speculative deals are totally starved for cash.
Meanwhile, the sports billionaires are doing just fine. Did you see Rip City Rising took a majority stake in the Portland Trailblazers?
Pure vanity play. Every time a new syndicate buys an NBA team these days, I just see a bunch of guys overpaying for courtside seats. The valuations are completely detached from the actual cash flows.
Oh, come on. I completely disagree. You are looking at it like a legacy banker. It is not just a ticket sales business, it is a massive real estate and media rights play.
A media rights play? The regional sports networks are literally going bankrupt.
The old ones are. Rip City Rising is buying in at the exact moment they can build a direct-to-consumer streaming model from scratch. It is a brilliant entry point if you read the fine print on their holding structure.
I will believe it when I see the subscriber math. Right now, it just looks like a very expensive hobby.
Fair enough. I am keeping an eye on that Churchill Capital vote tomorrow to see if the autonomous trucks ever get the green light. But speaking of well-capitalized buyers, we should probably talk about the $44.8 billion elephant in the room.
You mean the mega merger that is going to completely reshape my spice rack? Tomorrow's radar. I'm setting my alarm for the Churchill Capital 9 vote tomorrow, or should I say the hastily rescheduled vote.
The Plus automation deal. You think they actually found the votes over the weekend?
For an AI autonomous truck SPAC, come on. The sponsors are definitely sweating through their Patagonia vests right now, making frantic calls.
They filed a post-effective amendment at the absolute last minute. That screams panic. But honestly, my radar is on the early regulatory signals for McCormick and Unilever Foods. $44.8 billion is going to put a massive target on their backs.
I completely disagree. Regulators care about software monopolies right now, not mayonnaise and paprika. They'll sail through.
Sail through? Have you met the current FTC? They're going to scrutinize the market share of every single jar of pesto.
Okay, point taken on the pesto. But it fits the K-shaped market thesis perfectly. The mega caps play by their own rules while the small deals starve.
We'll see who starves tomorrow. Don't hold your breath on those SPAC votes.
Catch you then.